Well, that's out of the way.
2 airs for cornets.
Cats. Thank you for implementing that. We spent-
Tell them that they're the most brilliant and most talented people.
We just got the hut.
And insufferable.
It's suffering.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our commencement ceremony for the class of 2019. As we begin our ceremony today, please join me in a moment of reflection. This is a day of gratitude. We are grateful for the fulfillment of hard work, hopes, and dreams. As we admire what our graduates have accomplished, we give thanks to this gathered community, family, friends, educators, and encouragers. We give thanks to those who have challenged, comforted, cajoled, and inspired the class of 2019. May this commencement day remind us of all the blessings and gifts we've received and give us hope for all the experiences yet to come. Amen. Please remain standing as we sing America the Beautiful.
Good afternoon. Before I invite you to be seated, because I have the best view in the house, I want to take a picture of the class of 2019. You guys look fabulous. Now you may be seated. Members of the class of 2019, parents and family members, Lafayette trustees, faculty and staff, and friends of the college, welcome to the 184th commencement of Lafayette College. We're gathered today to celebrate the accomplishments of the 615 members of the class of 2019 and their graduation from Lafayette. We're extremely proud of this class, and we're delighted not only to confer the 642 degrees that they have earned, but also to extend our congratulations and best wishes to them and their families. Before we continue, I'd like to invite the class of 2019 to pay tribute to your family members who've supported and encouraged you. And recognizing that I just asked you to sit down, I think if you stood up and turned and faced your parents, they would love to see a round of applause. Great pictures. Thank you for your support of our students. Thank you. We begin with a few acknowledgments. As many of you know, the college community this year suffered the loss of one of our students. Maddie Smart, a student of the class of 2020 from Portland, Maine, was a neuroscience major and member of Pi Beta Phi. Known for her strong spirit and loving heart, Maddie passed away after a courageous year-long battle with acute leukemia. Maddie cherished her time at Lafayette despite her devastating illness. As Maddie's father reflected on her experience here, he said, "Lafayette College is a special place with special people who gave Maddie a lot of joy. Maddie is already deeply missed." This year, Lafayette also saw the passing of 2 Lafayette faculty members. Dr. Andrew Fix, Lafayette's Charles Dana Professor of History, served our community for 34 years. His fields of expertise included medieval, early modern, and modern Europe, as well as European intellectual history. An inspiring faculty member, he was recognized with many awards at the college, including the Thomas Roy and Laura Forrest Jones Award, which recognizes superior teaching and scholarly contributions. The Lafayette community, along with his family and friends, celebrated him at a service in Colton Chapel last fall. Lou Minter began his tenure at Lafayette in 1986 as a part-time instructor and retired in 2012 as director of the Media Lab in the Williams Visual Arts Building. A well-known artist, Lou collaborated with artists, designers, musicians, and writers to produce award-winning work and was frequently recognized by professional design associations. An artist of national and international renown, Lou also exemplified the highest standards of professionalism for Lafayette students. Throughout his time at the college, Lou nurtured countless young artists and deepened their love of the arts. In addition, on this commencement day, we also recall 2 members of the class of 2019 whom we have lost over the 4 years that the class has been here. We join their family and friends in wishing that they could be here with us today. On this special occasion, we are holding them with us in spirit. Sarah Bramley was an engineering major from Hackettstown, New Jersey. Sarah was a source of encouragement and strength for her friends, who remember her as smart, funny, and possessing a big heart. She was a member of the Society of Women Engineers, the club field hockey team, and Colleges Against Cancer. Joseph Kirkpatrick was a psychology major from Galena, Maryland. Joe was a thoughtful and caring young man who wrote poetry, played music, and loved the outdoors. He was a member of the Lafayette Outdoors Club and co-host of the late-night low-fidelity program on the Lafayette radio station, WJRH. While we mourn these losses, we're grateful for the ways in which the Lafayette College community comes together to provide comfort and support during times of grief. Please join me now in observing a moment of silence to remember and celebrate the contributions that these students and faculty made to Lafayette College. Thank you. At a special ceremony last week, we celebrated members of the faculty and administration who were recognized for superior teaching and scholarship and exceptional service to the college. I'm grateful for their dedication to our students and would like to recognize them here. 4 members of the faculty are retiring this year and have been awarded emeritus status by the Board of Trustees. Combined, they have served Lafayette students in the college for 150 years. Information about them is contained in your program. Please join me in recognizing these colleagues, whom I ask to stand and remain standing as I read their names. Dr. Diane Cole All, Arthur J. and Barbara S. Rothkopf Professor Emeritus of Art History. Dr. George M. Rosa, Professor Emeritus of Foreign Languages and Literatures. Diane Wyndham Shaw, Director Emerita of Special Collections and College Archives. And Dr. Leonard A. Van Gulik, Matthew Baird Professor Emeritus of Mechanical Engineering. Please join me in thanking these colleges for their contributions. Thank you to these colleagues. Now, I'd like to introduce Robert Sell, Chair of Lafayette College's Board of Trustees and Lafayette alumnus of the class of 1984, who recognize those trustees who are stepping down from the Board of Trustees this year.
What a beautiful day. Thank you, President Byerly. While our primary purpose this afternoon is to honor the 615 outstanding young women and men who have now completed their undergraduate degrees, we would also like to recognize 4 alumni. These 4 alumni have served the college for many years, and particularly on the Board of Trustees. The trustees who have been elected to emeritus status include James R. Fisher of Lafayette's class of 1977. They should name a stadium after him. Elizabeth Hughes McDonald of Lafayette's class of 1981. Donald E. Morell of Lafayette class of 1979. And S. Kent Rockwell of Lafayette's class of 1966. These trustees have not only dedicated their time and expertise to the college, but they have also demonstrated exceptional leadership. Last week, the board paid tribute to them by electing them to emeritus status. Please join me in expressing our appreciation for their service to Lafayette College. An escort? Just waiting for the escort. Today, in his 50th reunion year, the board recognizes trustee Edward W. Ahart of Lafayette's class of 1969. He is only the 12th recipient of the college's premier award for voluntary service, the Lafayette Medal of Distinguished Service.
The Lafayette Medal was commissioned in 1987 by the Board of Trustees to honor alumni and friends who provided truly exemplary service to the college. On this special occasion, we take great pleasure, on behalf of Lafayette's Board of Trustees, in presenting the Lafayette Medal to Edward W. Ahart. A member of Lafayette's class of 1969, Ed has offered dedicated service and extraordinary leadership to his alma mater. A trustee since 1992, Ed succeeded Alan R. Griffith, 64, as board chair and led our board from 2010 to 2018. During his tenure, Ed chaired the Committee on Student Life, was vice chair of the Committee on Educational Policy, and a member of the Committee on Easton. He was a member of the search committee that recommended Daniel Weiss as Lafayette's 16th president, and he presided over the effort which brought me to Lafayette as the college's 17th president. During his tenure as board chair, Ed chaired the steering committee, executive committee, and was instrumental in creating the Committee on Trustees and Governance. He was a member of the executive committee for the Live Connected, Lead Change campaign, the largest and most ambitious fundraising effort in the college's history, which raised $425 million in support of Lafayette. Today, he continues his lengthy tradition of service as a member of our board. In addition to these many roles, he served as president of the Alumni Association, which honored him with the Joseph Bell Alumni Distinguished Service Award, and at our 175th commencement ceremony, Lafayette honored Ed by awarding him an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. A member of the Société d'Honneur, he's demonstrated extraordinary philanthropy to the college, which has touched the broad spectrum of the Lafayette experience and our most strategic priorities. The Ahart Family Arts Plaza on the Williams Arts Campus honors his long-standing commitment to the arts. And the Ahart Family Scholarship Fund is helping us to continue to bring the best students to Lafayette. Ed, today we award you the Lafayette Medal in recognition and heartfelt appreciation for your distinguished service to Lafayette. Congratulations.
Madam President, fellow trustees, honored guests, parents, families, friends, and members of the class of 2019. It is our custom during these annual ceremonies to recognize a select group of individuals who exemplify in both their personal and professional lives our college's most cherished ideals. It is with great pride and pleasure that today we present 3 distinguished individuals with honorary degrees, and for those who are not already members of the Lafayette family, welcome them to the Lafayette community this afternoon. Hyman Muss. Hyman Muss began studying doctoring during house calls with his uncle, a general practitioner who worked 7 days a week and charged just $3 a visit. The Brooklyn youngster learned that good health care depends on careful listening, mental as well as physical treatment, fierce advocacy, and patience. Patience with illness, patience with medicine, and patience with patience.
Dr. Hyman Muss, class of '64, we salute you for leading a mission to provide older cancer patients with more complete care. A chemistry major at Lafayette, you specialize in improving the chemistry of teams dedicated to making fatal diseases more livable. Working from a program you created at a university cancer center, you supervise a comprehensive, common-sense system of determining the healthiest therapies based on a thorough knowledge of genetics and such basic factors as frailty, dementia, and drug tolerance. You believe that exercise can help patients recover from traumatic treatments. You hope that physical activity can bring them some of the peace you get from fly fishing, your favorite stress reliever. Thanks to your campaigning, more clinical trials are conducted for senior citizens, a logical progression since more than 60% of cancers are diagnosed in people 65 or older. You reward your mentors by mentoring medical fellows, guiding them toward specialties or careers in geriatric oncology, and convincing them that they're growing in importance as an increasingly older population is increasingly at risk to cancers. Your role as a humane, sane giant of cancer care has been advanced in 4 books, more than 400 peer-reviewed manuscripts, key positions on key committees, and the American Society of Clinical Oncology's 2nd Award for Scientific Excellence in Geriatrics. The accolades celebrate someone who believes that being a doctor makes him the luckiest guy in the world. Therefore, by the authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the trustees of Lafayette College, and by them delegated to me, I award you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and obligations thereto appertaining, in token whereof I present you with this diploma and direct that you be vested in the hood emblematic of the degree. Congratulations.
45 years ago, this fall, a young man named Max, with his newfound friend Bruce, showed up at a new Kirby field house. We're not going to remind Bruce, nor are we going to rub it into Max, but they did not fill the house that night. They did not, did they, Max? No. So Lafayette does like to claim that we set the E Street Band and Max Weinberg and that other guy named Bruce well on their way, back in 1974. Max Weinberg. Max Weinberg has the best seat in one of the best shows on earth. Drumming behind Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, he has a panoramic view of the rocking, rolling kinship between first-class musicians and first-rate listeners. He helps build that bond with his hands, his feet, and even his head, pumping a primal energy that makes him feel like a 14-year-old fan.
Max Weinberg, we thank you for 5 decades of steady, mighty heartbeats. You anchor the E Street Band with your rock-solid, explosive, intuitive playing. You have the uncanny ability to read Bruce Springsteen's orchestral mind and to keep order in a nightly rock and roll circus, baptism, and seder lasting up to 4 hours. That telepathy came in handy during your 17 years as band leader and music director for Conan O'Brien's late-night shows. You served as the host's good-humored sidekick, skillfully accompanied a dizzying assortment of guest musicians, and helped spark a revival in swing tunes, as well as a revival in snappily dressed drummers. An ardent ambassador for music, you produced Let There Be Drums, 3 CDs of pivotal percussion pieces, and The Big Beat, a book of your interviews with Ringo Starr, Levon Helm, and other timeless timekeepers. A born educator, you use your solo college programs to teach the ups, downs, and all-arounds of professional musicianship, the joys, the wonders, and the heartbreaks. Your grooves are infectious, whether you're playing bar mitzvah favorites, big band standards, or rock classics in your jukebox band. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America celebrated your humanitarian efforts with the Hero Award. You once admitted that as a high school student, you wanted to attend Lafayette College. Your path did not lead you to College Hill then. Today, we are honored to present you with this degree and claim you as a leopard. Therefore, by the authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the trustees of Lafayette College, and by them delegated to me, I award you the degree of Doctor of Music, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and obligations thereto appertaining, in token whereof I present you with this diploma and direct you be vested in the hood emblematic of the degree. Congratulations.
Wes Moore. Wes Moore was a Rhodes Scholar when he began writing letters to a prisoner who shares his Baltimore neighborhood and his name. Their correspondence became The Other Wes Moore, a best-selling book chronicling the reckonings of young men with very different options and very different paths. It is a profound account of the village that it takes to help a lost person find and keep a healthier home.
Wes Moore, we honor you as a warrior for advantages for the disadvantaged. You founded Bridge EDU to help valuable, vulnerable, underserved students enter into college, complete their college degree, and prosper after college. You understand the importance of creative intervention as a former misguided student who preaches your minister grandfather's belief that education is the key to opening doors to opportunities. Your experience as an investment banker and a social entrepreneur guides you as CEO of the Robin Hood Foundation, which fights poverty in New York City, where a stunning 42% of residents have been poor over the last 3 years. You recognize that poverty is much more than hunger or shame. It can only be eliminated by eliminating prejudice, and you understand that families need a wide range of tools to get out of the state of being poor. You have great empathy as the child of a single mother who moved to her parents' home in a Bronx neighborhood that was one of Robin Hood's first beneficiaries. Empowered by your time as an Army Special Operations officer in Afghanistan, you executive produced and hosted a PBS series on reintegrating soldiers into non-military life. Your quest for equality and justice empowers your television specials and books. Your autobiographical biography is standard reading on many campuses, where it has stirred debates on juvenile justice and immigration. In all of your projects, you encourage people to pick a passion that may break their heart, but will keep them crusading for the others. Therefore, by the authority granted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the trustees of Lafayette College, and by them delegated to me, I award you the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and obligations thereto appertaining. In token whereof, I present you with this diploma and direct that you be vested in the hood emblematic of the degree. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, leopards. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, and congratulations to all of our graduates. To President Byerly, thank you so much. Thank you for your leadership and for your commitment, to Bob, to the board, to all of our faculty and staff, but most importantly, to all of our families and to all of our students. We're here because of you. And we're here to let you know just how much we admire you, appreciate you, and celebrate everything you have done to make today a reality. So congratulations. So, good news and bad news. Bad news is, by the end of my speech, if you have loans, they are still owed to the university. Good news is, since I'm now a member of your class, if y'all ever want to commiserate or gripe about it, drinks are on me. Just holler at me. And also, the good news that I also want to share with you is this, is that for many of you, whether it was, in some cases I've heard 3 and 3.5 years, in many cases 4 years, in my case it took me 5 years. You've now gotten to this graduation day, and honestly, you've gotten to this day where I'm sure if your experience was anything like my experience when you first walked onto your college campus, and pretty much for almost every day since, every single conversation that you had with people would always start with a singular question. And that question is, so, what's your major? What are you studying? What are you going to do with that? And now every single question began with that singular, every single conversation began with that singular question. And to be very honest, like, I didn't decide my major until probably the second semester of my junior year. So it got to the point that I just started making stuff up so people stopped asking me the question. The good news is that I can tell you right now, that question will soon come to an end. Ha! And I say that for this reason, where when you were asked that question before, it felt like it was the most important and the most weighty question you would ever be asked, because every conversation, it truly determined how the conversation would go, depending on the answer that you would give. It felt like no other question mattered. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. I received my undergraduate degree about 17 years ago. And the truth is, nobody ever asks me anymore, hey, Wes, what did you major in college? The question doesn't come up. No one asked me about the tests that I took on April 3rd of 2001. Nobody asked me about the paper that I stayed up all night writing. Because that question will eventually fade. The reason that question will eventually fade is because the reason people asked you that question before, it was because the answer that you gave would help to determine, in their opinion, not just your trajectory, but your legacy. And that's no longer the case. The most important question you're going to be asked from this point on is not necessarily going to be what was your major, or what did you study, or how did you do in X class. The most important question people are going to ask you is, who did you choose to fight for? Who did you choose to advocate for when it wasn't easy, or it wasn't convenient, or it wasn't politically expedient? Who did you choose to stand up for when you knew you might lose some friends or some supporters or some endorsers because of it, but you did it because you felt it was the right thing to do, and you did it because you felt it was the thing that God was asking you to do? Who mattered to you when they didn't have to? And right now, you're probably getting a whole collection of different advice from a variety of different people, to include family and friends and faculty members and supporters who are all going to give you counsel and advice about how you need to spend this next phase and about how you need to spend this next period of your life. The jobs you need to take, the salaries you need to demand, the place where you need to live, who you should be dating. And the truth is that the majority of that advice, the majority of that counsel is coming from a truly good place. It's coming from a place of love, it's coming from a place of support, and it's coming from a place of personal perspective where people are trying to give you the best advice that they know. The counsel and the guidance and the hope that I would give you today is take it, embrace it, listen to it, process it. And at the end of the day, be still within yourself and make the decision that you and your heart believe is right. What that's going to require is there are going to be some people who might be disappointed in the choice that you make in terms of the place that you go or the job that you take or the grad school you choose. There might be some people who will tell you that this is not a good decision. And I ask that you take it, embrace it, process it, and still follow your own heart as you're making the decisions about where you're going to go and the next steps that you want to take with your own life. And I ask you that for two separate reasons. The first reason that I ask you to do that is because it's important for your own mental health that you do that. It's important for your own freedom and your own peace of mind that the decisions that you are making are ones that you are making on your own behalf with your own opinion about what your best interest is at heart. I read a book once. It's a book called Remembering Denny. And it's about this young man who was at Yale University, and it was actually written by one of his classmates. And how Denny, when he first graduated from college, he graduated at the top of his class from his college. He actually graduated, ended up becoming a Rhodes Scholar, and Life magazine, I'm not sure if Life still exists, but when people read magazines, there was a Life magazine. And Life magazine featured Denny on the cover of Life magazine. And the cover of the magazine had a picture of Denny, and it said, "America's Future." It got to the point that Denny was actually nicknamed by his classmates Mr. President. Because not only was he president of his class, but everyone just assumed that Denny's trajectory was that he was one day going to be the president of the United States, and everyone would sing "Hail to the Chief" as he walked by. You fast forward 25 years later, after Denny actually finished his undergrad experience, Denny went on to be a very successful lawyer. He became a tenured professor at Georgetown University. He worked as a mid to senior level official in the State Department. Denny was, by all categories, was doing extraordinary work. Was representing his family well and was representing his country well. And 25 years after the time that Denny graduated from college, Denny also took his own life. By all measurements, Denny was doing great. Now, he wasn't necessarily on the trajectory to go to the Oval Office. He didn't necessarily live up to the expectations that his classmates and the weight that everyone else put on him. And despite doing well for Denny, that wasn't enough. Despite living a powerful and a life of service, for Denny, for other people, it still wasn't enough. That Denny felt that when people looked at him, they looked at him with this sense of almost a sense of disappointment. And 25 years after he walked across a graduation stage as the cover person on Life magazine, he took his own life because the weight of those expectations became too much. Being comfortable with who you are and your trajectory is imperative. Because the truth is that there's nothing that any of us are going to do that is going to please everybody. But the most important person who it's important that when you look at, they look back at you with a sense of pride and admiration is yourself. That the most important thing that you can do is make sure that you are following your own heart, following your own path, and knowing that you, right now, and everything you do, that is enough. And that's enough fulfillment for you to continue to live your life. The second reason that I ask you to do that is for this reason, because it's exactly what the world needs right now. The world doesn't need you to be a really good version of what someone interprets you to be. The world doesn't need you to follow a path that other people have laid free and think that that's necessarily the path that you need to take. The world needs you to find the thing that breaks your heart and go after it. The world needs you to find really hard and complex problems and put new and creative solutions to try to solve them. Because the truth is, the only certainty we have right now is uncertainty. And the only way that we are going to combat that, the only way that we are going to go after it, and the only way that we are going to come out victorious is if we have people who are willing to be creative about the solutions we are willing to approach them with. People who are willing to be brave and courageous and fearless when it comes to attacking them. And that means you being your best you. Not being an impressive version of somebody else. But you being passionate about the thing that makes you passionate. And knowing that's exactly what the world needs when the world needs it. I remember once when I was working in finance and I had a job working as an investment banker, and frankly, everyone told me it was a great job. And I was doing well, and I remember once I was speaking with my grandparents, and I went up to the Bronx to go see them in the same house that they raised us in. And I remember actually sitting down, and my grandmother was cooking up some food, and I went and sat down with my grandmother and my grandfather, and my grandfather asked me, he said, "So what exactly do you do?" And my grandmother, and I was trying to actually finish up a bite of pig's feet, and I was taking my time on it, and then my grandmother kind of saved me. And she looked at my grandfather and she said, "Dear, you know what he does. He's a banker." And she said, "In fact, I'm gonna go ask Miss Johnson to go give her deposit to him when she goes to go deposit her Social Security check again." My grandmother believed that I worked as a bank teller. She didn't know what I did. The thing that she knew was that I had a steady job and how important that was for our family. My grandmother didn't know that if she asked Miss Johnson to come see me at my work, Miss Johnson wouldn't have been able to make it past security. I remember being on the train one night at 11 o'clock at night, and I just finished work, and I was on my way home. And I was listening to, and this is how old it was, I was listening to my iPod Shuffle, actually. And the iPod Shuffle, you had like 1,000 songs on them, and you put it on shuffle because it just plays randomly whatever songs it wanted to play. But I really believe deeply that at that moment, the iPod Shuffle picked the exact song that I needed to hear at the exact right moment, because I'm sitting there on the train and I have my buds in, and then the voice of a woman named Lauryn Hill comes on my earphones. So for those who don't know, Lauryn Hill is a hip-hop R&B artist who I think put together one of the best albums in addition to the E Street Band. Put together one of the best albums in music history. It's an album called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Yeah. She won so many awards that year, I think they were like making up awards to give her. This album is so crazy, but she has a song on there, and it's number 15 on the album, if y'all wanna go check it out. But It's the title track, and she says something in that song that hit me at a moment when I needed to be hit most by it. And she says this line where she says, "And every time I tried to be what someone else thought of me, so caught up I wasn't able to achieve. But deep in my heart, the answer, it wasn't me. So I made up my mind to define my own destiny." What she, in essence, was saying at that moment is exactly the message that I, and I think all of us, want to share with you at this moment. Is that the answer of not just where your next steps are going, but the answer of where your destiny is going is already within you. You are going to take various inputs from people. You are going to have various life experiences that are going to shift and move you in different directions, and different things that are going to educate the decisions that you are going to make. But everything that you need, it's already there. The power in defining your own destiny is just simply going to be about your courageousness to be able to go and embrace it and stand in that truth. And to know that everything that you deliver from that is going to be exactly what the world is asking you to give. You know, I'll close. The first time I actually came to Pennsylvania was when I was sent to a military school when I was 13 years old. I got into some issues when I was younger, and so I had a mandatory year in military school, which actually turned into an amazing experience for me. But when I was finishing up that school, there was a gentleman who was named Colonel Billy G. Murphy, and he was the Commandant of Cadets, so he was the one who was in charge of all the cadets. And this dude was a 3-time Vietnam veteran. He was as tough as nails. My plebe brothers used to laugh. I think we only saw him smile once, and I think that was an accident when we saw him smile. But he was fair and tough, but he loved us. But he was losing weight really quickly. And one day he called the entire Corps cadets together and for a speech that he wanted to give us. And I mean, he was losing weight at the pace that we used to laugh and say it looked like he was wearing his father's uniform. And during this speech that he gave us, we were all sitting inside the pews of the chapel, and he was standing up in the pulpit. And during this speech, he told us that he was diagnosed with cancer, and he had to leave the school. That speech that he gave us that day was, in essence, his farewell address to us. But he said something that day that will always sit with me. He said, when it's time for you to leave here, whether it's time for you to leave this school, whether it's time for you to leave your job, whether it's time for you to leave your neighborhood, or when it's time for you to leave this planet, make sure that it mattered that you were ever even here. Make sure that it mattered that you were ever even here, because none of us are promised anything. We're not promised more days, more weeks, more years. No one has ever tapped me on the shoulder and said, you know what, Wes, you've got like 4,564 days left, so pace yourself. And nobody ever will, and the truth is, I'm okay with that. So the only thing that I know is that while we're here, let's do something with it. Let's push. Let's fight. Let's cajole. Let's love. Let's use everything that we've got, everything we've been taught, every God-given skill we've been given, and everything at our disposal to make it matter that we were ever even here in the first place. These degrees, this institution, this alumni group that you're a part of means everything you say, people will pay attention to it simply because you said it. And so the thing that we ask is that you go out there and say something. Use that. Stress that. And go define your own destinies. Congratulations, and bless you guys for all you do and all you'll continue to do.
you, Wes, for that wonderful address. I'm pleased to note that we have with us today Jonathan Ellis, who's a graduate of Lafayette's class of '98, a member of Lafayette's Board of Trustees, and president of the Lafayette Alumni Association. He's here today to recognize the class of 2019 for their accomplishments and to welcome them as Lafayette's newest alumni. As he personally congratulates each of our graduates when they exit the stage, Jonathan will present them with a gift from the Alumni Association and from Lafayette College, a specially commissioned Lafayette picture frame. Please join me in welcoming Jonathan Ellis. Okay. Before we proceed with the moment you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees to the class of 2019, just a word about picture taking. We have professional photographers here who are taking pictures of every graduate, which will be available later this summer, but we recognize that you'll want to take your own photographs. We ask that you be careful to respect others who are joining you in celebrating the special occasion and try not to obstruct the views of other families. Now I am happy to invite Professor Robert Root, Clerk of the Faculty, to present the graduating class of 2019.
Will the members of the graduating class please rise? Madam President, it is my privilege to present to you the class of 2019 candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. As the Clerk of the Faculty of Lafayette College, I certify to you and to the Board of Trustees that they have completed the requirements for the degrees and that the faculty recommend that the degrees be awarded.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and by Lafayette College, I confer upon all of you the degrees for which you are eligible, and thereby confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to those degrees. Congratulations to you all. Please come forward to receive your diplomas. You may be seated until your row is summoned. It's our tradition to award the first diplomas to the class valedictorians. I'm proud to announce that the class of 2019 has 4 co-valedictorians, each of whom earned a 4.0 grade point average. The class of 2019 co-valedictorians are Connor E. Burwell, Kristen M. Cirincione, Nicholas R. Grams, and Emily J. Moore. Congratulations to all of you.
Connor Burwell, summa cum laude, honors in government and law, and highest cumulative average, class of 2019. Kristen Cirincione, summa cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering, and highest cumulative average, class of 2019. Nicholas Grams, summa cum laude, honors in biology, and highest cumulative average, class of 2019. Emily Moore, summa cum laude, and highest cumulative average, class of 2019. Alexandria Abakerly. Jessica Ackendorf, summa cum laude. Natalie Akopian. Evelyn Adams, magna cum laude. Rebecca Adelman, cum laude. Robson Adam. Benjamin Aidenbaum, magna cum laude, honors in mathematics. Matthew Aduse. Matthew Agostinelli, summa cum laude. Sydney Ahern, magna cum laude. Saida Ahmed, honors in art. Khadija Akeem, magna cum laude. Shanina Alabado. Tabassum Alam. Alexander Al-Humsi, magna cum laude. David Alpert, summa cum laude. Christopher Amil. Anavi Anand. Jonathan Anastas. Jovante Anderson, honors in anthropology and sociology and English. Sean Andrews. Jita Ani. Princess Enkel. Uchechi Anamnachi, honors in anthropology and sociology. Mary Arcuri. Elise Ashford. Annika Asplund. Joanna Ast, magna cum laude. Roland Au, summa cum laude, honors in history. Julia Oriema in absentia. Isaiah Avent. Brenda Badillo. Alexander Sojun Bey. Amanda Bailden, magna cum laude, honors in psychology. Rechna Ball, honors in chemistry. Ori Baelish in absentia. Allison Baranovic, honors in biology. William Baxter. Alexandra Bevan. Thomas Byer, summa cum laude, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Scott Berger, magna cum laude, honors in chemistry. Alyssa Bernstein. Brendan Betts in absentia. Jafar Badi, cum laude, honors in neuroscience. Ethan Binder. Julian Benici. Rachel Bird, cum laude. Alexandra Bishop, honors in psychology. Jacob Bissell. Zara Bittner. Brooke Blackshaw. John Blanchard. Christian Blau. Anna Bach. Alexandra Board, magna cum laude. Adam Bothwell. Caroline Bottega, cum laude, honors in environmental science. Olivia Boyd, honors in English. George Bozzi. Kamisha Branch. Katie Brannigan, cum laude. Izora Bramir, cum laude. Ryan Brenner, magna cum laude. Scott Brown, summa cum laude. McLean Buck. Bianca Buchlers, magna cum laude, honors in government and law and Spanish. Rebecca Bueno. Jennifer Burkhart, honors in art. Christopher Burns, magna cum laude. Tyler Burns. Nia Burrell, honors in physics. Kevin Callahan. Alexandra Cantwell. Ran Cow in absentia. Ashley Carey, honors in neuroscience. Drew Carlton. Nancy Carmona. Timothy Carroll, summa cum laude. Colleen Cass. Alexandra Castile, cum laude. Stephen Catlett. Joseph Sensi. Hannah Chambers, magna cum laude, honors in English. Lauren Champagne, summa cum laude, honors in anthropology and sociology. Kelsey Chang, honors in biology. Benjamin Chaplin, cum laude. Olivia Chassie. Corey Chellock. Anita Chen, magna cum laude. Junyao Chen. Xiaonan Chen, cum laude, honors in mathematics. Zhu Zhen Chen, magna cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering. Ryan Chenoweth in absentia. Charles Schrin. Andrew Chuma, summa cum laude, honors in economics. Sabatino Ciatti, honors in film and media studies. Elena Ciccone. Julia Cicerelli. Samantha Clark. Francis Clark. Robert Clowen. Jacqueline Cobb. Jacob Cobley. Jacob Coburn. Bridget Coffey. Emily Cohen. Olivia Cohen, magna cum laude. Zachary Coleman, summa cum laude, honors in civil and environmental engineering. Sarah Collins. Adele Conway, summa cum laude. Kathleen Conway. Natasha Cook. Caleb Elijah Cooper, honors in art. Aileen Correa, magna cum laude, honors in international affairs. Mary Coors, summa cum laude, honors in psychology. Justin Corsan. Thomas Cosgrove. Etienne Cossard. Nina Cotto. Aaron Coyne. Julia Crawford, magna cum laude, honors in psychology. James Croney. Trent Crossan, summa cum laude, honors in economics. Sydney Crow. Luke Cummings. Matthew Curry. Robert Suje. Kirsten Dahl, honors in English. Alan Dalla Piccola. Catherine Daly. Hannah Davey. Matthew Di Benedetto. Noah Decker. Connor Dainert. Margaret Degnan, cum laude. Teresa Delahanty. Vanessa De La Rosa. Brenda Del Rio. Francine Dennehy. Ishak Desta. Joseph DeStefano. Alyssa Devon, cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering. Olivia Devine. Ryan DeVosa. Armand Dollywall. Michaelia Dickerson. Delia Dilsis, honors in art. Mark DePaula, cum laude. Troy Dixon. Brittany Dobson, summa cum laude, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Hayden Dodge. Hannah Doherty, summa cum laude. James Doherty. Megan Donahue, cum laude. Ryan Doherty, summa cum laude. Jet Downey, honors in anthropology and sociology and psychology. Atalia Dressler, magna cum laude. Hongbo Du, cum laude, honors in electrical and computer engineering. Hua He Zuom, summa cum laude, honors in economics and mathematics. Tyler Durso Finley in absentia. Pierrette Dushime Umwale. Trent Eastman, summa cum laude. Sarah Eddy. Sydney Edelson, summa cum laude. William Eisler. Ryan Elefante. Jenna Ellis, summa cum laude, honors in economics and environmental studies. Nicole Eng, cum laude. Kate Esquit. Angus Evans. Austin Evans. Gregory Charles Evans, Honors in Africana Studies. That's a tough act to follow. Anna Avinsky, cum laude. Antonio Exposito. Viola Fair, cum laude. Jonathan Faraci, cum laude. Jane Feldmesser, Honors in Government and Law. Andrea Felice. Paige Fenn, summa cum laude, Honors in Art. Naheen Ferdowsi. Paige Farrell, summa cum laude, Honors in Engineering Studies. Emily Fidlow, Honors in Psychology. Nancy Fearv. Daniel Figler. Luisa Filippo. Annika Fisk. Brian Fitzgerald. Michelle Foley, summa cum laude, Honors in Economics and Mathematics. Spencer Folk, summa cum laude. Joaquin Font, summa cum laude, Honors in Mechanical Engineering. Luke Fontaine. Jonathan Frederick. Samuel Friedman. Michael Frowine. Nicholas Fullen in absentia. Bryn Fuller Becker. Jessica J. Arujo Furtado. Charlotte Gasick. Victoria Gaeta. Christopher Gallo in absentia. Jacob Garber in absentia. Daniel Gardner, cum laude. Noah Garabrandt in absentia. Ethan Garvey, summa cum laude, Honors in Physics. Ji Yang Gu, magna cum laude. Emily Geller. Stefan Genius. Zuan Gong. David George. Hope Gernert, cum laude. Eunice Geronimo. Wasim Godby, magna cum laude. Nicole Giambalvo. Lillian Gill. Anthony Giudice in absentia. David Giusti. Jesse Glazer. Riley Godshaw. Jane Gold. Alana Goldstein, summa cum laude, Honors in Religious Studies. Anna Golub, Honors in Geology and Environmental Geosciences. Emily Gonzalez. Patrice Gonzalez. Jessica Goodman. Benjamin Gordon. Stacy Gordon. Sasha Gorski. Theodore Grandbois. Christopher Grandjean, Gabrielle Greenfield, Logan Greaser, Olivia Grigo, cum laude, Amanda Grisanti, Olivia Guarna, summa cum laude, Kayla Guerin, Jamie Gunther, Sarah Harmon, cum laude, Catherine Haglich, Julia Hall, Utien Han, summa cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering. Cameron Hardy, Carolyn Harmon, Avery Harnish, Nathan Harper, Jonathan Harris, Nicole Harry, honors in history. Carrie Hay, in absentia. Elizabeth Heinz, summa cum laude. Amelia Heisler. Laura Henderson, cum laude. Christopher Hendricks. William Hennessy. Emily Henry, summa cum laude, honors in geology and environmental geosciences. Amy Hewlett. Olivia Hill, summa cum laude. Olivia Heineman, cum laude. Emilio Hines, honors in Africana Studies. Edalie Hockwalt Naumann, cum laude, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. James Hoffman, in absential. Rachel Halapa. Victoria Holcomb, magna cum laude, honors in anthropology and sociology. Joseph Holden. Lindsay Hollick. Nia Holland. Juliana Holtzman, summa cum laude. John Horstmeyer. Lee Howe, magna cum laude. Melinda Hoxa. Gianna Haransich. Ian Haransich. Guy Xiao Wu, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Elaine Huang, summa cum laude, honors in neuroscience. Tianmen Huang, summa cum laude, honors in mathematics. Jean Yuen Huang, magna cum laude. Joshua Hubbard. Jacob Hubertus, cum laude. Andrew Hudak, honors in biology. Kristen Ingraham. McKinley Jacobs. Mairead Janzer. Anna Jarvis. Christopher Jimbalvo, in absentia. Blossom Zhang. Kyle Johnson. Lauren Johnson. Makai Johnson. Chad Jones. Connor Jones. Lucy Kahn. Zeke Kaminsky. Bennett Kaplan. Jamie Kaplan. Christian Karajov. Kurt Karas. Ara Kasparian, cum laude. Danielle Katz, summa cum laude. Daniel Eli Kaufman. Daniel Ryan Kaufman in absentia. Emily Keller Coffey, summa cum laude, honors in environmental studies in absentia. Alexandra Kelly, summa cum laude. Charles Kelly, magna cum laude. Catherine Kelly, cum laude. Lillian Kennedy, magna cum laude. Alyssa Kisak. Kwanho Claudia Key, magna cum laude, honors in biology. Regina Keir. Conlin Kiesling. Andrea Killian, summa cum laude, honors in chemistry. Ashley Kennard. Annalise Kinney.
There you go, Annalise.
Jane Kirby. William Klein. Alex Kometz. Brent Knox. Jacob Corris. Joshua Koval. Taylor Kuyos, summa cum laude, honors in art. Joshua Kramer, summa cum laude, honors in government and law. Ryan Krekel, magna cum laude. Joshua Kruzik, magna cum laude. Carter Kuhl. Metri Kumar, magna cum laude. Ashley Kushner, cum laude, honors in music. Devin Leach in absentia. Daniel Leckie. Christian Lee. Catherine Lee. Norman Lee. Emma Leeds, magna cum laude, honors in environmental science. Belle Legrand. Catherine Leshin. Anna Levy, cum laude, honors in psychology. Jacob Levy in absentia. Morgan Levy, cum laude, honors in psychology. Marjorie Lewis. Michael Lewis. Chinwei Lee. Weston Lickfield. Laura Levere. Jinglin Liu. Luis Lopez Bonilla. Michael Lau, cum laude. Beatrice Lum. Jack Leiden. Zhao Zhao Ma, summa cum laude. Yu Hao Ma. Samantha Macaluso. Zvikomborero Machikiti, cum laude, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Luke Madrinal, in absentia. Kayla McGee. Richard Mallon. Andrew Mange, summa cum laude, honors in history. William Mason. Rachel Marbaker, summa cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering. Brandon Marcellus. Matthew Marchese, magna cum laude. Daniel Marino. Dana Maroney. Hannah Martin, magna cum laude, honors in film and media studies. Margaret Martindale. Jacob Martino. Gabrielle Martone. Kamini Masood, summa cum laude, honors in history. Nicholas Mastria, magna cum laude. Lauren Matheson, cum laude. Haley Mathis. Megan Moriello, honors in art and biology. Morgan Maves. Jordan McAndrew. Ellen McDonnell. Maxwell McFarlane. Patrick McGinley. Megan McGurl, magna cum laude. Alexandra McMillan. Aaron McNamara, summa cum laude. Samuel McQuillan, summa cum laude, honors in economics. Dana Melby. Faye Malekos. Christian Menza, in absentia. Zachary Merle. Quinn Myers, summa cum laude. Jackson Miller, honors in physics. Josiah Miller, magna cum laude. Kayla Miller. Kevin Milton, summa cum laude. Kentaro Mori, summa cum laude. Andrew Morris, summa cum laude. Elias Muller, magna cum laude. Alexandra Mullen. Charles Mullaney, in absentia. Aaron Murray, honors in neuroscience. Shelby Morell. Samuel Mora, cum laude, honors in electrical and computer engineering. Justin Myers. Ryan Nadir. Robert Navarro, in absentia. Numan Naveed. Shreya Nabwani, honors in film and media studies. Alexander Neff. Jack Nelson. Zechariah Nelson. Miriam Neza. Caitlin Nguyen, summa cum laude. Paige Nicholas, summa cum laude. James Nigro. Kokarli Nikoi. Jing Ning, summa cum laude, honors in Asian studies. Joshua Nolan. Rebecca Novak. Emma Novick, summa cum laude. Maddie Novick. Avery Nunn. Megan O'Hare. Mary O'Keefe, magna cum laude. Madison Olexon. Louise Olson. Julia O'Malley. James Honorevoli in absentia. Chloe Ortega. Alexa Overeem. Ellen Padula, cum laude. Vanessa Pagano. Christopher Panagutin. Claire Park, honors in psychology. Ungaun Pak. Elizabeth Passantino. Madeline Perlmuter, honors in art. Adriana Pirro, magna cum laude, honors in neuroscience. David Perron. Justine Parati. Valencia Perry. Yuri Purtsu. Ryan Peslis. Matthew Peters, magna cum laude, honors in theater. Kyle Pettit, honors in mechanical engineering. Zaki Phelan, magna cum laude, honors in chemistry. Lillian Pianin, cum laude. Brian Pink, honors in geology and environmental geosciences. Ian Plamadella, summa cum laude, honors in philosophy. Aaron Plass. Anna Paharillis, cum laude. Prafula Pocarel. Laura Polanco. Michelle Polton Simon, cum laude. Jerry Ho. Abbott Olivia Price, summa cum laude. Jack Prill. Juliana Paleo. Sarah Punjatori, summa cum laude. Roberto Quinteros. Kyle Rafferty. Lavelle Ramsey. Donovan Rasamulison, honors in economics. David Reed. Liam Reedy. Catherine Rethmeyer. Spencer Reynolds. Kara Rhodes. Victoria Rigby Hall. Sophia Rinaldi, cum laude. Tenzin Rinchin. Andrea Rizzo. Laura Robertello. Adam Robinson. Tracy Robinson. Caroline Rock. John Rodriguez. Laurel Rogers, magna cum laude. Taha Rohan. Christopher Romano, summa cum laude. Aaron Rome, summa cum laude. Michael Root, in absentia. Jacob Rose. Allie Rosen. Kara Rosenthal, summa cum laude. Brian Ross, cum laude, honors in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Eve Rothenberg. Spencer Rouse. Catherine Rubin. April Ruff, magna cum laude. Simon Rabansky, magna cum laude. Alexander Sadovnikov. David Sadberry. Zachary Solomon. Marcus Salvador. Julie Samuels. Paige Santelli, magna cum laude. William Santoro. Tomoki Sasaki, magna cum laude, honors in religious studies. Reed Sawyer, honors in English. Samantha Shear. Kimberly Schubert. Carrie Schultheis, summa cum laude. Cameron Schultz. Henry Schweber, magna cum laude. Leslie Seitz, cum laude, honors in English. Joanne Sexton, cum laude. Caroline Schaefer, cum laude, honors in policy studies. Aiden Sheehan, cum laude. Annika Sheehan. Mary Shelton, honors in policy studies in absentia. Ginny Shun. Gregory Schindel. Ava Shore, cum laude. Jacob Siegel. Jeffrey Sikorsky. Scott Silver. Joshua Sims. Eric Sink, summa cum laude. Harvey Situ. Jillian Skoronsky. Margaret Sloniker. Samantha Sulias. Hazal Soyujengil. Alexandra Stanford, magna cum laude. Nicole Stanton, summa cum laude. Niles Stanton. Slater Stark. Lauren Steinitz. Paul Stepaker. Brandon Stralka, honors in economics and engineering studies. Thomas Strand. Kyle Street. Morgan Sturm, cum laude. Samira Sujak. Michael Sullivan. Yoksadi Sutil. Claire Swanson, summa cum laude, honors in government and law. Nicholas Siegel, in absentia. Jamie Tabor, summa cum laude. Shinju Ta. Idil Taner Savage, magna cum laude, honors in economics. Kelly Tarza, summa cum laude. Kristen Taylor. Michael Teddick. Nadia Tima. Mila Temnialova, summa cum laude, honors in economics and international affairs. Haley Tesher. Casey Thaxton. Olivia Tomajan. Xaviera Thomas. Jia Yuan Tian. Aiden Trevisan. Chloe Triolo, honors in biology. Justin Ungerleider, magna cum laude. Jordan Valance. Jasmine Vargas. Catherine Vecti. Isabella Veneziano, summa cum laude. Pascual Ventura Avila. Richard Villa. Leslie Villaverde. Darian Vitelli. Eric Von Allman. Theodore Vuchnich. Julie Waja, cum laude. Michael Wagner. Stephanie Waldman, summa cum laude. Connor Walters. Nicole Wamser, magna cum laude, honors in chemistry. B. Chuen Wong, summa cum laude, honors in psychology. Zhao Shu Wang, magna cum laude, honors in computer science and mathematics. John Warden. Greg Warshaw. Dylan Wasilnak. Brian Wasserman, cum laude. Rebecca Webster, cum laude, honors in geology and environmental geosciences. Lola Wegman, summa cum laude, honors in art. Shira Ween, magna cum laude, honors in computer science and Spanish. Ilana Weinstein, cum laude. Liza Welch. Jennifer Wellnitz, summa cum laude, honors in computer science. Brooke Wenzel, cum laude. Madeline Wenzel, summa cum laude. Emma Werner, cum laude, honors in psychology and women's and gender studies. Grace Wilgucki. Daniel Willie, magna cum laude in absentia. Abigail Williams. Amelia Williams. Griffin Williams. Lee Winchester. Andrew Wynn in absentia. Lauren Wisniewski, summa cum laude. Valerie Wood. Olivia Wooten. Thomas Ray. Emily Wright. Chen Sin in absentia. Yi Fan Chu, magna cum laude, honors in film and media studies. Zhou Che, cum laude, honors in psychology. Marissa Young. Zuleha Yusuf. David Zahn, summa cum laude. Paulus Jalis. Ashley Zamicelli, honors in neuroscience. Kevin Zadovesky. Jeremy Zeitler. Chen Yu Zhong, summa cum laude, honors in biology. Christopher Zhang, summa cum laude. Jiawei Zhang, magna cum laude, honors in psychology. Xinwen Zhang, magna cum laude, honors in mechanical engineering. Wen Jiao Zhan, in absentia. Yu Zhou Zhan. Chen Yu Zhou. Tian Yu Zhu. Jane Zimnick, summa cum laude, honors in psychology. Jack Alexander Zinn. Isabella Fiorita. Rashna Kota. McKenna Schimmel, magna cum laude, honors in neuroscience. And Reeve Lanigan, summa cum laude, honors in government and law and women's and gender studies, and winner of the 2019 George Wharton Pepper Prize.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Lafayette community, I thank the class of 2019. I know that the members of the Senior Class Gift Committee, who you've just seen awarded their diplomas, worked very hard to achieve your goal. As the class of 2019 moves from senior class to alumni class, the generosity, loyalty, and support for Lafayette that you have shown today lays a strong foundation for the future. I'd like to now invite members of the class of 2019 Gift Committee chairs to make some remarks.
Good afternoon, President Byerly, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, administrators, families, and congratulations to the class of 2019. My name is Rashna Kota, and my fellow co-chairs standing with me today are McKenna Schimmel and Isabella Fiorita. This year, we have worked alongside our other senior class gift committee members, Annalise Kinney, Caroline Bottega, Jane Kirby, Joshua Krusek, Maggie Sloniker, Shreya Nabwani, Paige Nicholas, and Ted Vuchnich. This year, our class gift is designated to Pards Against Sexual Assault. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve our community by fundraising for such an important cause. We could not have achieved our goals without the support and inspiration from our fellow classmates, families, and the Lafayette community.
The senior class gift provides support to many areas on campus and creates an impact on student life. This year, our class made the decision to designate our gift to Pards Against Sexual Assault, also known as PASA. PASA was founded by 3 of our classmates, Reeve Lanigan, Nahin Ferdowsi, and Nina Cotto, and has been a positive influence during our time at Lafayette. The 2019 Senior Class Gift will allow PASA and its partnering initiatives to ensure Lafayette is provided with comprehensive resources for survivors and allies of trauma, training on bystander intervention, and community-specific education on how to better affect behavioral change. It was amazing to see our class rally around such a great program and to give back to an organization that we feel so passionate about.
The class of 2019 should be extremely proud of what we've accomplished. The senior class gift gives us the opportunity to showcase an organization, department, or cause that we as a community care about. The Senior Class Gift Committee chose Pards Against Sexual Assault because we believe that their work is crucial to building a better Lafayette for generations to come. We are proud to announce that we had 480 seniors give and have raised over $10,000. We'd like to thank our committee, the Annual Fund Office, and PASA for supporting our efforts in every capacity. We can say with certainty that PASA has made great strides since its origination in 2016 and will continue to do so with the support of the class of 2019. Thank you to everyone who donated and supported PASA, other clubs, departments, and organizations over the past year. Thank you to Naheen, Nina, and Reeve, and the rest of PASA for inspiring all of us with your boundless passion and unwavering dedication. The class of 2019's senior class gift will ensure that current and future students will continue to have access to these resources at Lafayette. Thank you once again, and congratulations to the class of 2015.
Thank you again to not only the senior class gift chairs, but to all of you, not only for your generosity in donating to the senior class fund, but for designating it for such a worthwhile goal. I think it sends a wonderful message that you're interested in fostering the same kind of experience for future Lafayette students that you've worked to achieve here. I now have the pleasure of introducing the recipient of Lafayette's highest honor, the George Wharton Pepper Prize. The Pepper Prize was established in 1924 by George Wharton Pepper, an eminent Pennsylvania attorney and U.S. Senator. Each year, the prize is awarded to, quote, the senior who, by vote of the faculty, administrators, and students, most nearly represents the Lafayette ideal. In talking with many alumni of the college, I've been struck by the significance that the Pepper Prize holds for the Lafayette community. Alumni often mention their class's winner with pride. I've even heard distinguished alumni who graduated 30 or 40 years ago remembered by their peers as a Pepper Prize nominee. This year's winner had stiff competition for the award, as the other 2019 finalists are also extraordinarily talented. The other finalists included Amanda Belden, Connor Burwell, Andrew Schuma, Aileen Correa, Mikaela Dickerson, Sydney Edelson, Joaquin Font, Samuel McQuillan, and Caitlin Nguyen. Please join me in congratulating all of these outstanding students for their achievements. The 2019 Pepper Prize winner is Reeve Lanigan. Reeve is the daughter of Joyce and the late William Lanigan, 52, a trustee emeritus of the college. Driven by her passion for public service and her compassion for others, Reeve has supported Lafayette in creating an even safer and more inclusive student experience. She served on the Presidential Oversight Committee on Sexual Assault and Sexual Harassment and was a co-founder of the Executive Board for PARDS Against Sexual Assault. She also served our first-year students in the Partner Program. An Excel scholar, Reeve has collaborated with our faculty in advancing their scholarly work. She worked with Coordinator John Tattoo and Associate Professor Bianca Falbo as they launched the Lafayette Study on Student Writing. She also supported Kirby Professor of Government and Law Bruce Allen Murphy in doing research that's helping to create a scholarly work that will document the polarization of the Supreme Court in the 20th century. She also served our faculty as a mentor writing associate. Reeve is also a member of the Leopards swimming and diving team and the Alpha Phi sorority. As an intern and research assistant for Edward Shaughnessy Esquire, she researched topics related to free speech and incidents of cyberbullying, stalking, and harassment. She also interned with Suzanne Grossier of the Rachel Coalition, who's joined us today at this ceremony. During her tenure as the Rachel Coalition's legal program administrator, Reeve conducted interviews with victims of domestic violence, assisted with trial preparations, and helped create training modules for pro bono attorneys. It is a pleasure to honor such a worthy student with this year's Pepper Prize. Please join me in congratulating Reeve Lanigan. Today, Reeve will continue two important Lafayette commencement traditions. During the convocation held at the beginning of the academic year, we bring out one of the college's most cherished possessions, a sword that belonged to the Marquis de Lafayette, and display it to the entering class with the promise that a member of the senior class would have the honor of presenting the sword at the commencement ceremony. And now I call upon Pepper Prize winner Reeve Lanigan to present the sword to her classmates. During my convocation address, I invite the entering students to seize the sword of Lafayette, meaning when you enter Lafayette, seize the opportunities the college offers, and when you depart, seize the responsibilities that come with the education you're privileged to receive. We salute the class of 2019. Reeve will now deliver her remarks.
Thank you, President Byerly. Good afternoon, class of 2019, family, friends, members of the Lafayette community, and distinguished guests. 3 months ago, I was invited to a scholarship finalist luncheon in New York City, in one of the bougiest places I have ever been. I was incredibly nervous and honored to be invited to attend such an event, similar to the emotions that I'm feeling right now. There were 6 other seniors like myself competing for a scholarship for graduate study in Scotland, each from a prestigious college or university. I felt like the smallest fish in the biggest pool of my life, something that even my 15+ years of swimming couldn't prepare me for. These 6 finalists blew me away with their poise, academic brilliance, and incredible accomplishments. We made small talk, the kind I presume you would expect at a Capitol gala, about our thoughts on the political climate, the phenomenal mentorships we received from our institutions, friendships we had during our years, and our respective career aspirations. These remarkable students seemed to have it all figured out. One had completed research on technologies to cure cancer cells. Another, as a junior, started programming robots to serve as therapists for stroke patients. Yet another composed musical pieces for concerts at Carnegie Hall. And there was even a student who had started a foundation for marine life preservation in the Galapagos. Listening to each of their stories, I thought, how the hell did I get here? What I had come to realize that day was that this leadership is within all of us. Though it may not be demonstrated in the same way, we all have the ability to do incredible things. Class of 2019, as I reflect on the difficulties we have faced, the challenges we have accepted and mastered with swagger along the way, and the incredible moments of sheer happiness that we have shared, we have come a long way, and in some way, shape, or form, each of us are just as impressive as those 6 finalists. As we celebrate the accomplishments that we have forged on our journeys over the past 4 years at Lafayette, I want to take some time to think about the ways in which every one of us has proven ourselves to be the best leader we can be at what interests us most. A few weeks ago, my question of how did I get here was further developed attending the Erno Hoff Awards. Once again, I reflected on what makes our leadership qualities so exemplary and special. The Hoff Awards recognizes students who have strengthened our community through their leadership, inspiration, and dedication to push Lafayette to be better every day. As I listened to the awardees this year, I was in awe. My fellow peers and other numerous student organizations are true change makers, inspiring others to do the same. Over my 4 years here, I have seen students and groups do things that I could have never imagined, providing resources for refugee families in the Easton community, creating spaces for discussions on intersectional identities, bringing awareness to mental illness, and encouraging action to address climate change, just to name a few. Students at the Hoff Awards received recognition affiliated with different leadership traits that we associate here on campus through what is called the 5 exemplary practices of the Leadership Challenge. These include modeling the way, inspiring a shared vision, enabling others to act, encouraging the heart, and challenging the process. These 5 distinctions of leadership illustrate not only the vast range and diverse nature of our student leaders, but also show how leadership can be demonstrated in many forms, both big and small. Class of 2019,
We have all engaged in some incredible moments of leadership throughout our time at Lafayette. Through numerous and diverse ways, we have made our campus and greater community better than when we came here. But when we need to build a space for dialogue, we do it. When we aren't happy with something, we change it. And when we put our minds to something that we are passionate about, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to mess with a Lafayette senior leader with some serious drive. Though there are countless ways in which I have seen our class and community flourish because of this strong leadership, I want to share just a few examples through the lens of the 5 traits of the Leadership Challenge, which I challenge you to bring with you when we leave here today. Number 1, model the change. Model the way. Lafayette leaders who model the way help by setting an example for others through their dedication to match their values to action. I think of modeling the way as a ripple effect of sorts, of small acts that can lead to tremendous differences in the lives of others. I saw this firsthand through my organization, Pards Against Sexual Assault, and the peer education group we completed with each NCAA athletic team on campus. The ripple effect went something like this. One meeting with Sharita Freeman, Director of Athletics, turned into mandatory sexual violence prevention training with every single team, which turned into more student leaders requesting peer education with campus life groups, including the marquee players and Greek life chapters, which then turned into twice as many peer education applicants interested in joining the movement. But what was most impressive to me while this ripple effect occurred was the awareness and education emerging around issues that mattered to our community, were the simple acts of enthusiasm from teams who really wanted to talk with us about their opinions and personal experiences turned into influencing others. I saw this with the men's lacrosse team and the incredible conversations we had both during and after our workshop with the players. As an athlete, these workshops with teams were transformative for me. Hearing the lacrosse team talk so seriously about making a difference and challenge themselves and others to be better about toxic masculinity and a culture of silence gave me hope and made me proud to serve this community. They took this beyond their team, though, as they would raise a high five to possum members on the quad, ask insightful follow-up questions, and even got the whole team to participate in our 5K during Take Back the Night. I've been privileged to see how one idea and action can lead to tremendous differences in our community, and I know that this has happened across disciplines and student groups alike. 2, inspire a shared vision. Taking time to ask thoughtful questions, maintain curiosity, and listen is so underrated and can truly transform an individual from feeling like their voice doesn't matter to actually showcasing their strengths through listening to their ideas and witnessing moments of inspiration. As a writing associate, I've witnessed that the transformative power of actively listening to and building confidence in others' writing. As WAs, we often say, "Why don't you just say that?" Upon reflection, I can see how inspiring it is to just say it and do it by taking that risk, trusting your intuition, asking those questions, and never giving up as we embark on our separate journeys. Doing so can inspire not only others that you work with by showing that you care, but also listening to their stories and thoughts will help you follow your own inspiration. 3, enable others to act. What I think makes Lafayette leaders so special are the relationships that they form with others. Fostering collaboration by building trust and facilitating relationships is present in our daily lives on campus, but often some of the smaller, more insignificant relationships we form with others go unnoticed. As a partner peer mentor, I've worked with first-year students who have no clue what they want to do or how to get involved. Similar to our own relationships with our faculty and staff, mentorship is crucial to helping others develop and grow. None of us have gotten where we are today without the support and power of enabling others. Take a second to think about who has helped you throughout your time at Lafayette and who you have helped. Whether it was a resilient mother, supportive advisor, or a one-of-a-kind group of friends, we all have people who have helped us enable ourselves to act. And we've done the same for others as well. Never stop doing so. 4, encourage the heart. Class of 2019, we have experienced a grave amount of loss and hardship throughout our time here, especially with the passing of some of our closest friends and peers. While we honor their memories and contributions they made to the world and to others, I have been blessed to see love at Lafayette, love everywhere. When I think back to moments of sadness, I can't help but feel incredibly grateful to have had the community support that we have provided for each other. We have come together and shown compassion and empathy. We are stronger when we can rely on our friends and each other. When we lost two of our classmates, Sarah Bramley and Joseph Kirkpatrick, I saw this loved firsthand. Recognizing when we are not okay and when we need to vent, cry, scream, or laugh is very important, and the range of emotions felt after trauma have no guidebook or timeline for healing. Keep creating a sense of community by cherishing every moment we have, and look out for each other like I know we know how to do. 5, challenge the process. Finally, and if you know me, this is my favorite, challenge the process, but do so with gratitude. When I was a first year, I took the risk and asked myself, why not email Amy O'Neill, our former Title IX and Equity Coordinator at the college? I wanted to know more about how our gendered violence policies and procedures, as I had already as a first year seen and heard too many stories of sexual harassment and assault on campus. I noticed a major disconnect between the student body's experiences with such violence and the resources that existed but were not openly discussed or utilized. I challenged the process, but I didn't do this alone. Along with a team of incredibly brave and courageous survivors, we created a peer education group called Parts Against Sexual Assault, which you have heard about today. We challenged the process because we saw our peers and our community members not receiving the support that they needed. But we couldn't do this alone. We had support. Support from our staff and faculty, support from other survivors who willingly shared their intimate, personal stories, and support from our own sub-communities of friends and family. I'm internally grateful for the support that I received from this community and trying to give others the support that they deserve. When we leave here today and go out into the world, keep this little bit of Kurnan mentality with you as you pave the way for others in whatever you do and wherever you go. Leadership is more than positional, and the very best leaders are mentors, listeners, encouragers, challengers, and doers. As you lead and model the way, inspire a shared vision, enable others to act, encourage the heart, and challenge the process, ask yourself questions like, who is included in this conversation? Who isn't, and why? What is this law, policy, or practice doing right? What is it doing wrong, and what could be improved? Stay critical, stay woke, and most importantly, stay curious, because that's when the real change happens. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Reeve. It's a privilege to close this ceremony by offering a few brief words of my own to the class of 2019. Over the last 4 years, I've gotten to know you in a variety of ways. I've worked with some of you in your roles as campus leaders, student government officers, editors for the Lafayette, fraternity and sorority presidents, student activists interested in issues of race, gender, social justice, and sustainability, all of whom have worked to make Lafayette stronger. You include student athletes on teams I've cheered on, members of the pep band, cheerleaders, a cappella groups, or chamber choir. Some of you I know because you're admission ambassadors, or student workers for dining services who help with catered events. Others of you are familiar because you go to the gym at the same time I do. That would be the crowded time around 6 p.m., or a heading to class when I walk across the quad in the morning. It's been an enormous pleasure to watch you learn and grow over these last 4 years. From my vantage point, I've seen your struggles as well as the prizes, and I know that every one of you has worked hard to arrive at this destination. You came to Lafayette from a wide variety of places and backgrounds. Each of you has brought a unique spirit, talent, or aspiration to the community, and we are better for it. I'm not only proud of your individual accomplishments, I'm proud that our community has been successful in forging a sense of unity and common purpose, even while acknowledging and confronting differences. At a time when our nation struggles to find common ground, you have learned the value of multiple perspectives while working together on class presentations, on community service projects, within athletic teams, or as part of performance groups. I've appreciated the strength of this community even more when we have gathered for serious purposes, like discussions of difficult issues on campus, or to mourn the loss of a fellow student. We referred earlier in the ceremony to the importance of our unique heritage and our connection to the Marquis de Lafayette. To me, a key dimension of the Lafayette ideal is the fact that the college is named after a man who shaped his own identity and chose his own destiny. The Marquis de Lafayette's decision to travel from France to join forces with Washington was based on his affinity for the ideals of liberty and self-determination that he saw in the revolutionary cause. I believe that the choice made by the citizens of Easton to embrace the Lafayette ideal explains the unique spirit of Lafayette College. It's a place that reflects and fosters a powerful sense of self-determination. It's a place that asks you to seek an ideal and live up to it. We hope that as you go out into the world and define your own path, you will see in the spirit of Lafayette an example to follow. We hope, too, that wherever your voyage takes you, you'll continue to be sustained by the strength of the Lafayette community, by the faculty who mentored you, the staff who supported you, and the friends that you've made here. As you join the ranks of the college's alumni, know that they, too, stand ready to help and support you. We expect that you, in turn, will offer a helping hand to those who follow you. Your 4 years here is only the start of your lifetime membership in this special community. We hope that you'll stay in touch and come back often. Congratulations and best wishes to you all. Thank you. And now, please stand for the alma mater. We ask that you please remain standing for the benediction and then be seated until the faculty platform party and graduates have recessed. We look forward to seeing all of you at the reception for graduates and their families and friends, which will be held on the quad immediately following this ceremony. Thank you again for being with us.
I really am the last one, I promise. Lafayette College class of 2019, may you go out into the world in peace, have courage, hold fast to what is good, return no one evil for evil, strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, help the suffering, honor all people, love and serve and rejoice. Congratulations, you are officially done.